Neil for Smart Talk 1490 KMET.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. It's good to have each and every one of you with us. On today's show, we got lots to talk about. It is the weekend. That's number one on our list. Number two is, of course, finding out what it is that's going on around the world. And, of course, what's happening in your own neck of the woods is always interesting. We always appreciate those that tune in via our app. It's simple. All you have to do is download our app. It's KMET 1490 AM. You can follow me, Aaron Michael Sanchez, right there on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. We also broadcast on YouTube as well. So if you want to go ahead and share the news of the day, then we appreciate you as well. I know Jesse and I have been talking about some things that happen behind the scenes, and it's interesting. The world is a weird one ever since the last few weeks. And the real question is, what's going to happen next? I know I've already been asked by a few, what do you think is going to happen with the nuclear situation, whether it be bombs or power plants, right? Is there going to be fallout? Is there somebody going to strike somebody soon? I know when we used to go and report about Korea back in the day, it was always seen as a thing of, well, he just talks a lot. He just sends missiles left, right, and center. I saw recently where India actually said they sent a missile into Pakistan. They're saying by accident. I don't know. That's kind of the cover story. Jesse, what's going on there when you could do that? I just saw you.
Are you serious? Was it an accident? I hope it was.
Well, that's the report that I saw, and I kind of say, well, how do you accidentally send into Pakistan from India? Like, how dumb are you to accidentally send any missile anywhere into a country? Does that make sense?
It does. I to be honest, I really don't know their missile system, so I don't know if it could mess up like that. But yeah, it's at a really inconvenient time in the world.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. It's like the worst thing during the worst time, right? We're all watching Russia and Ukraine, but here it is. India says. Let me bring it up. Hold on. I'll bring up this one. It's Reuters via AOL. Who knew AOL was still around? They're around. India said on Friday, that's, today, but earlier, obviously, because, their day is way ahead of ours. It accidentally fired a missile into Pakistan this week because of a technical malfunction. Oh, okay. I guess they're open to technical malfunctions. During routine maintenance, giving its version of events after longtime foe Pakistan warned the incident could have unpleasant consequences. Yeah, if you're the Pakistan people, you are going to say, what? The Indian Ministry of Defense said in a statement on March 9th, 2022, in the course of a routine maintenance, a technical malfunction led to the accidental firing of a missile. It is learned that the missile landed in an area of Pakistan. While the incident is deeply regrettable, you think, it is also a matter of relief that there has been no loss of life due to the accident. In other words, oops, sorry, but no one died. Yeah. The ministry said the government had taken a serious view and ordered a high-level court of inquiry into the incident. Earlier on Friday's Pakistan's Foreign Office, they said it had summoned India's charge in Islamabad to lodge a protest over what it called an unprovoked violation of airspace. Pakistan called for an investigation into the incident, which it said could have endangered passenger flights and civilian lives. Yeah, that's one of those things, Jesse, where you go, are you, who do you have a better control of your own missile system? I mean, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to be anywhere near India at this rate.
No. That's gonna be a check mark off the old vacation list right now at the moment.
Yeah, Pakistan did warn India, rightfully so. Look, if that happened here by accident from North Korea, I don't know that we would be very forgiving, right? But Pakistan said to be mindful of the unpleasant consequences of such negligence, that's true, 100% negligence, and take effective measures to avoid the recurrence of such violations in the future. So in other words, I think they're giving them a pass, all right, well, we'll see about that. I can see them going, oops, we had an accident back at you. You know what I mean? This is what I say when people, did you ever see the Crimson Tide?
Yeah, like nearly 2 decades ago.
Yeah, Denzel Washington, Gene Hackman, right?
Yep, yep.
They get a command all of a sudden. It's an alert, but then they get another command, but they have to go down because just at the wrong time, another ship comes in their vicinity, so they can't get the airspace with the antenna, right? Because they're going deep down, so they can't get the confirmation to actually disobey the previous command about going nuclear, right? That's the secret of Crimson Tide. Great, 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 great movie. But these things happen in the field, and then when they meet in the end, they basically say, well, this was an accident, right? And then they go, well, how did the chain of command kind of fall apart? That's when you had mutiny on the ship, and you had Gene Hackman's team go against Denzel Washington's team since he was second in command, XO. And then you go, okay, what next, right? It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Just remember it's rated R for a reason. They cuss a lot. But no nudity, just cuss a lot. So, they're all men on a ship, so it is what it is. But this is kind of what happens in the field. And sometimes people claim ignorance when in reality it's like, I would be like, can you show me where it came from? How is it that a device all of a sudden malfunctions? Did you push the button by accident? Is that in the open? Like were you cleaning and you put some little Windex and you whoops? Oh, is that the fire button? So.
That's why they need like a little bit more like safety precautions. Like you gotta push a button, turn a key, and say yabba dabba do at the same time, so that stuff like this don't happen.
Yeah, exactly. There needs to be more fail safes, right? So there you go. All right. Anyway, that's what happened in India. That's what happened in Pakistan. So they're kind of saying, look, well, let's see what happens next. And I will say, it's not a thing that you take lightly. In fact, this is what happened here. A professor of international studies at New Delhi's university said both sides handled the situation well. He wrote on Twitter, "It gives me great hope that the two nuclear weapon states, true, they both have nuclear weapons, dealt with the missile incident in a mature manner." Did you know that?
No, I didn't. What countries have nukes? Why are these allowed? Oh my God.
Why are they allowed in hands of people that, whoops, misfire? Like...
I mean, like, these are probably the worst things ever invented.
And the sad thing is, how can they confirm that there was no person around the area? That person would be obliterated. They'd be dead. Like you're the one guy that they go, oops, no one was there in his home. New Delhi, what?
I was like, just imagine you're just standing there and be like, oh, what is that thing? Boom.
It's an angel. It's so bright. It's coming to save me. Oh, no. New Delhi should offer to pay compensation for the pack house that was destroyed. Oh, there was a house that was destroyed. Oh, okay. I get it now. See, so there you go. They say that the object traveled at an altitude of 40,000 feet at Mach 3, flew 77 miles into Pakistani airspace before crashing. But evidently there was a house in its path. What if you were the one cleaning the house? You know what I mean? Or visiting and surprising the person. Like, I'm a surprise. Look, I got nothing on. It's like the lady that wants to, like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's a confusing time we all live in. But there you go. Jesse, what other news do you have?
Okay, I'm going to brighten your day.
Okay, please do.
Yeah, okay. Remember a few years back, what was it, in Japan, Universal Studios, they opened Super Nintendo World, and we were so excited because we wanted to go.
We want to go. I still want to go.
And then coronavirus hit, and then we're just like, oh.
Can't go.
Yeah, so our dreams are coming true. So Super Nintendo World is set to open at Universal Studios Hollywood next year.
Okay, all right. You know what? I can't wait then.
Right? I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited. So the immersive gaming inspired attraction will be the first Super Nintendo World to open in the United States after first debuting in Japan in 2021. Was it last year? God, I feel old.
Yeah, well, we were talking about before it came out, and then it finally did, but because of coronavirus, they had like no visitors because no one wanted to travel during that time. So it was like, talk about losing money, right?
Right, and all I know is I'm gonna get my costume now. I'm gonna dress up as Wario.
Of course you would. Of course you would. Wario bites everybody in the butt. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, you know what? Look, I could see you going in there and being like, it's the most amazing thing ever, right? Because it's a dream come true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. I'm not gonna lie. I've been seeing like YouTube videos of people that go into the Japanese park, and I'm just like, oh my god, I want to go so bad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been wanting to go to Japan for honestly, I think ever since I was a teen, and I realized they had everything first, right? And I realized like every good game comes from Japan. You know, Final Fantasy, for example. If they had like a Final Fantasy world, I think I'd be happy about that. You know?
Ooh, yeah. You know what? That would be actually kind of cool. Like different parts of the park will be like Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, or something like that. Because each one is so different.
Yeah, yeah. I think it would be pretty cool. I don't know that it's as big as Super Nintendo World. I think it should land. Does that make sense? Because I
It
think the
does.
Japan one is the first one that's all Nintendo.
Is it? I don't know. I don't know how big it is, but any little bit that I can do some Mario Karting, it'll be fun.
Yeah, they say it will include a ride, an interactive area that will probably resemble a scene from the Super Mario video games, and themed shopping and dining areas. That's according to Universal Studios. They say they're not disclosing the size of the expansion, but said the site will be in the lower lot of the park, replacing several sound stages. The project follows a similar expansion completed last year at Universal Studios Japan, Universal Studios Hollywood, where the main draw has been movie-themed attractions and backstage set tours, is likely to gain new visitors with the opening of Super Nintendo World. I will say they probably are going to beat out for the time. Definitely not. And definitely, probably, I would say California Adventure. Maybe. You know? I mean, that already looks cool. And kids everywhere, and adults, like yourself, are going to want to partake. Yeah?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, I would love more like theme parks like this
Yeah. Yeah.
that like center around like video games or inspired or something like that.
Yeah. There are others, I guess, happening as well. New Sesame Street Park is set to open this month in Chula Vista. The 17-acre project is being built by SeaWorld's Parks and Entertainment, the latest effort by the theme park company to move away from live animal shows. Universal Studios Hollywood launched their biggest and most expensive expansion project in 2016 with the Harry Potter one, which I still have yet to see. I kind of want to go see that. Is that good? Is it worth it?
I have not been there yet. My fiance will not let me go without her.
Got it.
So plus we want to have money so we can spend on stupid stuff over there. Like I want to buy myself some robes. I want to buy myself a wand, even though I have 4 different ones.
Okay.
You know.
No, hey, you know what? I had one. I gave it to the little one. He has it, I hope, and it's a forever piece, right?
Right?
Yeah. I look. It looks like construction began in 2019, so they kept it really hush hush, right? Company representatives didn't give details on what new rides and attractions it would include. The featured ride in Japan is called Mario Kart. Yeah, I want to do that. An indoor attraction in which players ride in vehicles rolling on tracks, speeding through a race course in a setting featuring colorful animatronic characters and 3D video screens. The players wear augmented reality helmets and shoot Koopa shells at opponents to earn points. I'm not gonna lie, man. If they could do like a Mario Kart, like real Mario Kart, and not like just a ride, but you know what I mean? Like you had it like, there's got to be a way to do it, you know?
There's a place that does that.
Which one? K1?
No, I don't remember. I remember a place that does it. Like you dress up as Mario characters and they give you like turtle shells and stuff like that to throw while you're driving. I can't remember. I'll have to do some research, but I'll let you know.
Yeah, even if it were like virtual items, I don't know how you could do it. There's got to be a way to do it. I don't really know, but
no virtual items. I want to chuck something at somebody while they're driving.
I can see that. I can see that. Like paintball.
Yeah, but I don't want to shoot anybody in the face with a paintball.
Well, here's what I think. I think you could do it, and just hear me out on this. All right, look at the screen. I'm going to show it really quick because if you look very tight at this screen, you'll see what I'm talking about. They wear glasses that are augmented reality. It's kind of like Pokemon Go. Yeah, let me zoom in on this on these kids. All right, so if you look at this, right, but they're on a very planned ride, but they have those augmented glasses that go on, and you can do it in a way to where you see virtual stuff go at another person. Does that make sense? Like, kind of like Pokemon Go, where you have a Pokemon in place of other things. You can have a whole world around you in augmented space. And you could do that. And you could probably do pretty cool. You just attach it to the headgear that you have to put on anyway. And on the inside of it, when you put the little visor down, you have it all around you, like an Iron Man mask. You know what I mean? And then you just do it like that.
Oh no, most definitely. I said augmented reality stuff would be the future in like theme parks and stuff. So hopefully it'll pan out. I don't know.
Yeah, let's go to the social media chat room. Cynthia Salas says, "Let me know if you go. Interested to know if it's cool." Oh, we'll definitely let you know. Renee says, "Rock on." Yeah, I love that. Appreciate that. Mark Blevins over there says, "Knott's Berry Farm, the place to be." Let's see. Stephanie Reed says, "Hello, happy editing on set of a photograph shoot for this glorious snowy, chilly day ahead." She's in Ohio. Rosalie Huerta tuning in as well. Viviana tuning in. Janice Croteau is tuning in. Awesome. Love that name. All right. So there's a lot of things going on that are really good and things to look forward to, right? Again, do it safely and we'll be right? So that's what we're hoping for. All right, people, we got to take a quick little break. Remember, there's more news just ahead. Just stay tuned for more. Don't leave us. We got to pay the bills over here, and then we'll be right back in just a few. We'll be right back right after this.
Get up to the minute forecast and temperatures for Beaumont, Banning, Redlands, Palm Springs, your community, national or international cities, on KMET's website, KMET1490am.com. The station now features AccuWeather. AccuWeather offers weekend and extended forecasts along with the latest radar map and current conditions. AccuWeather on KMET1490am.com. Logged in every morning for your daily forecast.
Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions is now Beaumont Pharmacy with a new location at the Sundance Corporate Center. That's at the corner of Highland Springs and 8th in Suite 110. Of course, they still have Pack Your Meds. No more counting out the pills, dropping them on the floor. Oh, what a mess. And they have a full selection of pharmaceutical CBD. Wheelchairs, over-the-counter meds, you name it, they've got it. So if you're looking for the best and you want the best pharmacy, you go to Beaumont Pharmacy at their new location, 835 North Highland Springs, Beaumont Avenue in Beaumont, California, Suite 110. Give them a call, 951-845-8252.
Take KMET 1490 AM with you everywhere you go by downloading our free smartphone apps found on the KMET website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
New teen driver in the family? Just bought your first home? Have a new bundle of joy? Every life change matters, and by reviewing your insurance policy with Little & Sons Insurance Services, you could be benefiting with big savings. Little & Sons Insurance Services, a family-owned insurance agency who values the old-fashioned way of doing business. They work for you, not an insurance company, meaning your best interests are at heart. They can custom tailor your policy based on specific needs at a price you can afford. Home, auto, or business, you're covered. Call 1-844-9-LITTLE. That's 1-844-9-LITTLE, or go online to little, the letter N, sons.com. That's littlensons.com.
Together We Are Strong is a product brand which stands for unity, equality, and protecting voting rights. Shop now at togetherwearestrong.com for t-shirts, hats, and coffee mugs. All voting rights profits are donated to Rock the Vote, an organization on a mission to empowering young voters. Become an activist without saying a word. TogetherWeAreStrong.com. Make a difference in America and the world. Shop online at TogetherWeAreStrong.com. Give the gift that helps drive change. Go visit TogetherWeAreStrong.com.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We appreciate each and every one of you over there. I'm not going to lie. I feel like the old man in the room now talking about coronavirus. Yesterday, my mom and I went to, well, actually, she had again. This is a reminder to all. Get your mammograms if you haven't done so already. We waited until the spike was kind of not as big of a thing. She was going to do it in February. I said, why don't we just wait a little bit? I think it was the end of January she wanted to do it. I said, why don't we wait a little bit? Then, of course, scheduling conflicts and, of course, transportation and time to do it kind of did its thing. But we were able to get that taken care of as of yesterday. So, again, reminder to all that need to get a mammogram. It's always best to get a mammogram when you can. Especially if it runs in the family, okay? That way, if you have something, you can always address it ahead of time. So we went ahead and took care of that. But then we went to Best Buy. And obviously, we all know, again, the mask mandate is no longer a thing. But my mom's still wearing her face mask. Did get approached by a Best Buy employee, which said, can I help you? And she said, yes, you can. She says, how are you not wearing a face mask? He says, well, I don't need to. It's, not law anymore. And then she asked him a few questions. I asked him a few questions. And then he admitted he got coronavirus in the last few years, which was, I think, last year and the year before that. And then he said, yeah, that he admitted he would hate to give it to his grandma. But then he admitted the last time he got it, he got it. He says, you know what, now that I think about it, he goes, I got it during the New Year's of both years. So I think it was 2021 New Year's, he was already sick. And then by this last one, 2022, he got sick as well. So he's a young guy, like maybe I want to say 23 or so. And it was an interesting conversation. We didn't leave it in a bad way. He just said, oh, all right. He admitted he didn't want to give it to his girlfriend this last time that he actually had it. But he said hello from the home and her on the outside, evidently. So at least he was responsible there. But I would say this. When he didn't wear the face mask, I went over to another place where we checked out with some items, and that one said very adamantly that he was going to wear a face mask, although not wearing a good one. I will say they wear the flimsy one, right? He has asthma. Now, he himself has gotten it twice. He said, yeah, sometimes people come up to me and they go, why do you wear a face mask? And he said, sometimes I just want to because I know it's real. Because he said, literally, they tell me it's not real. He goes, but I said, trust me, I know it's real. My sister almost died from it. She got it twice. We try to fight it. We get her, what she needs, and she's well still. But we've also had to bury people from coronavirus. So I know it's real. I'm not the one to ever think and or say the opposite. He said, yeah, I know it's real too. I've had to bury a few friends as well. So my point is this. There are still people out there that will still adamantly say it's not real, but I almost say, do you have any friends at all? Because the chances are you either A, know someone that has had to bury somebody, or I really don't know. Maybe you don't have social media, because I guarantee anybody that has at least 100 friends on social media, you poll your friends, I guarantee 1 or 3 of them will say, yeah, I had to bury somebody last year. Okay, that's the chances. I've had to be on Zoom funerals as of the last few months. It's no fun. It might be easy because you don't have to show up in person, right? But at the same time, it's no fun for everyone. Now, I will say it's a good, for people that are out of town and can't visit, I think it's a great addition to always have for any funeral place to have. So do that. But my point is this, there are people that are kind of being in a way like coronavirus has been cured. So that would be my only question of the day. Do you really believe it to be cured? And if you do, then I say be aware there's still more variants coming. The vaccine that is meant to come out soon from Pfizer is good for all right? It's good for 1. Is it good for 2? Some would say maybe. Is it good for 3? The answer is adamantly no. And 4, no. Okay, they're different. You have to treat them completely as different viruses. I would even say this, and I spoke to somebody very smart. I said, would you understand if I said SARS? How would you feel if I said SARS was here in a really bad way? Jesse, what would you say?
Great. Another pandemic. Just the way we are right now. Yeah, I don't know.
3 and 4 mirror SARS, by the way. So I would say this. I know whenever you hear coronavirus, it's kind of like you hear it, it's been a thing, but it sounds old, you know? It's getting to be as old as the cold, right? So I almost say, like, let's kind of, like, understand what OM3 and 4 is. OM2 is bad. It's known as a stealth variant because you don't see it coming, and then it hits you really hard. Oh, and this guy who has asthma, he already has pre-existing conditions. He's the one that checked us out, right? Nice young boy. I want to say probably 18. He lost his scent and taste. He said he didn't even want to eat at one point because he lost all of his taste. I said, did you get it back? He goes, yeah, a month and a half later. He says, if I would have gotten it or I think 2 months. I don't remember. He says if he didn't get it, I think after 2 months, there would be a possibility that he would never get it back, according to the doctors that he saw. Right? So he's one of these extreme cases. Young guy at Best Buy, checking us out. Smart kid, right? You can tell he has, a good future. But he's very, very aware of the worst case scenario for him, which wasn't just getting sick or being sick. For him, it's not breathing because he has asthma, right? And then to not be able to taste. Imagine that. Like all your good foods, Jesse, that you've ever loved, no longer taste. It's just a thing that you have to put in your mouth, and you know it adds nutrition to your belly and to your body, and that's it. Wouldn't that be weird, Jesse? Think of your favorite food, and now it has no taste.
Oh, you're a monster. No, I would rather not try and picture that. Although the only good thing I can see coming from that is if you didn't like vegetables before, you can eat all the good stuff now.
I would try salsa. I'd be like, do you taste that? You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure you can taste heat. I mean, that's something different.
Yeah, spice, huh? Yeah. But no, he had no taste, and he said he really didn't even want to eat because he had no taste. There was no fun in it. There was no. It's just, all right, whatever this is. But I can't imagine having like a smoothie like from Jamba Juice and not being able to taste the flavor. Imagine? Wow, we really take things for granted. But again, that's coronavirus. All right. Is that alpha? Yeah. Is that beta? Yeah. Is that delta? Not so much. Is it delta plus? Sometimes. Is it gamma? Yes. Is it mu? Not really. Is it lambda? Not really. Is it it depends. So all these have a different effect on different people. Yeah? It's called biology. So, biology. All right, Jesse, what are you working on over there? What's in the news?
Oh, no idea. I'm just exploring the day. I mean, we could talk about that crazy video I sent you.
Yeah, sure. That video was one that I'm not going to lie. I saw it, I think it was posted. Who posted it originally? Was it ABC or another one?
I think it was ABC.
Yeah, but go ahead. State what it is for the record.
So the video is about a guy who drives a Lamborghini. He parks in front of his apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if you're driving a Lamborghini and park in front of your complex, it's going to be an expensive place. So he gets out of his car and he goes to the front door. The moment he does, another car stops on the side of him, and two gentlemen come out and they attack him. They pistol whip him, trying to get his stuff. Now, if you were to watch the video, you'll notice the pizza man. As he was leaving, that was the same moment that he was getting vandalized or whatever.
Yeah.
See, my question is, if you were the pizza man, what would you do?
Well,
someone was all like, "Oh, call the police or record." I'm like, first off, you guys have guns. The moment they see you do something like that, you're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, this guy he fought them off. I'll say that. We're showing that on the feed right now so people can see what you're talking about. And the guy in red has a little piece. He just delivered it. He's not really engaging. He looks back like, oh boy, should I do something? Should I not do something? Should I do something? Should I not do something? No, I'm going to go on. I'm getting out of here. I'm not going to hurt myself. And he starts running to his vehicle. Now, if I were him, I'd call 911. He's at a safe distance, yeah? He may not interfere with it, but to take off and do nothing makes no sense. Now, this guy gives them a real fight. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give it, he really fights them onward. Do they take the Lamborghini, though, is the question. I don't know. They don't show enough on this one. It's headline, Lamborghini driver attacked outside posh downtown LA high-rise by follow home robbers. All right. Now, this is something that I've been saying, watch your six. I've been saying, watch your back. Now, obviously, this is a very, very high-profile guy driving a very nice Lamborghini. I'm not going to lie. If I had the money, I would get a Lamborghini. A Ferrari? Yeah. Lamborghini? Awesome. It's the kind of vehicle Batman would drive. You get it? But back to your question. What would you do if you were the guy delivering pizza? A, he doesn't get paid enough. B, he's probably like, I don't know what to do. And C, when you see this sort of thing, your awareness level is usually off if you're not that type of person to engage. I'm not going to lie. I feel like he's the kind of guy that would never engage anyway. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to throw a punch. Now, if he were a bodyguard as a part-time job, he might do something. You know what I mean? If I had a gun on me, I would say, hey, guys, and I would aim at their feet. You get it?
Yeah, no. Too small. I got 4 body shots on taking them down because apparently they had a gun if they pistol whipped him.
Yeah, I've been in a fight already, so I know what I know what I did. I know what I'm willing to do. I know why. You know, it was just me against the other guy, and I will say, you know, there's precautions. You know, if anything, I would take out my phone and take, you know, video at the very minimum. But it's hard when you're a scared individual like him. You could tell that the friend really, not friend, but the pizza delivery guy really just didn't know what to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
But this
pumping through you, and you're just like, oh my God, what am I going to do?
Yeah. Now, I will say this. There's another news article, and this happened, and well, there's a lot of bad news. I don't know if I want to go bad news all day long. I will say this. There was another one. Here, let me just show it to you really quick. Then we'll go to a break. That way we'll get off
L.A.
this tangent, huh?
Was it in L.A.?
Actually, it was. And this was a man who was stabbed by a violent attacker in Chinatown. And he lived to tell the tale, at least, Jesse. He had about, I want to say he was slashed about a dozen times. Yeah. Yep, stabbed and slashed. And somebody took video of it as a passerby, because sometimes that's all you can do, right? And he was attacked and slashed, but he survived, and he lived to tell the tale. Again, all this is on ABC. Follow them. They have some really good content there. We support. We're an ABC affiliate, and we say, you know what? Better to be informed than not at all. But I guess the real question of the day, Jesse, is what do you do, worst case scenario, when it's you?
Oh, yeah, no. I already have like, it depends on the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would be the situation? Like, is someone trying to rob me or someone just want to fight me?
Yeah, I think if someone's robbing you, give it up.
Yeah, I've already been robbed several times already. I just give them what I have. I'm poor. I don't really.
You're smart there.
Yeah. I really don't have anything, so I'm like, here you go. You guys are the wrong person.
It's better to lose something than lose your life. You can't do anything with the thing of your life, but you can with the thing lost. You know what I mean? At least that Lamborghini. I don't know if they took it. I don't know if they expected the guy to fight back or not. I think he fought back not thinking they were going to rob him of his Lamborghini. I think he was just thinking for his life. You know what I mean?
Oh, most definitely. Like, who knows what he was wearing? He could have been wearing one of those expensive watches or... Yeah. Who knows? I think the worst thing, I would not have taken the Lamborghini unless you know already a way to sell it. It's too hard to get rid of unless you're going to strip it for parts. But again, it's a Lamborghini, so it's not like it's something that's easily to sell.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, people are selling all sorts of things. Let me bring this one up. This one, I can't believe I saw this one. I'll go ahead and bring it up. This is a boat that somebody backs up, and then it runs right into all the other boats. Like, it's... Some of these criminals are dumb, man. Go to the ocean, man. Don't run into other things. I think he doesn't know how to drive it, or he didn't know the forward and or the backward. You could tell he's like, wait, where do I go? How do I go? When do I go? How do I go? He tried to steal a 65-foot yacht in Newport Beach. That's according to authorities. And he didn't do a very good job. So
No. Life is not for him.
yeah, he's going in reversal mode again. Like, where do I go? I'm going in circles. I don't know how to go forward in this damn yacht. Like, if you're gonna take a yacht, be like the team of Mission Impossible and learn the schematics of how to take something. You know what I mean? Who does that?
Find it out first. At least take some like video game skills or something. Read a instruction manual. Don't just jump in there and be like, I got this.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, I love ABC7. They got some great stuff. Okay, we got to take a break. Got to pay some bills. We'll be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Dr. Fuzhan Zain. I'm a psychotherapist and a life coach for the past 30 years, and I'm the originator of the Awareness Integration Therapy. I'd love to be able to support you in any matters of life that shows up for you that you need support. So call me at 818-648-2140. I am available to do online therapy or coaching, anyone who's around the world. And you can also join me in my office in San Clemente, California, if you like to come to the office. So call me at 818-648-2140 or go to Fuzhan.com. I look forward to hearing from you and having the opportunity to support you in things that are in your life, and you just want to excel and create an amazing life for yourself and everyone around you.
Standard time is here. That means shorter days and cooler nights that make you want to stay inside. Don't get caught in the cold. Franklin Mechanical Systems can do a preventative maintenance check on your heating unit to get it working right. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems, for all your residential and commercial heating and air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000, and stay warm today.
Ruth didn't know she was leaving for good. She knew he would kill her. Could she save herself? Did she feel she was worth saving? How could she best protect her children? To love, honor, and betray, Ruth Tunnicliffe shares her true tale. From submissive to survivor, then thriver. Now living a proud, purposeful life. As an optimistic, inspiring, peaceful warrior. Can a person heal from feeling the guilt of a decision altering many lives? Weighted by living grief, moving through lessons learned, self-discovery, and land in self-love? Can someone who's been abused in every way move to self-trust, confidence, and arrive at living in peace? To love, honor, and betray. A sincere, honest letter. To herself and her adult children, Ruth Tunnicliffe shares her story so that others may also find the inspiring, peaceful warrior within. Amazon worldwide, Barnes & Noble, RuthTunnicliffe.com.
Here's to your health with Joshua Lane. Ideas you can use to be healthy and stay healthy. The current thinking about beauty, fitness, and longevity. Every Tuesday and Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Wellness talk you can use. Here's to your health with Joshua Lane on KMET, naturally.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. We appreciate the chat room. Beatrice tuning in. Thank you. Rosalie says, OMG, I always get involved. I'm going to get in trouble one day because of my interference a few years ago. It got my husband a Medal of Valor award. Should have been mine. So now a picture of his face is at the Capitol. So how did that get misconstrued?
Right? I'm like, oh my God. I can totally see that though.
I know, like he gets the, yeah. Well, you know what? It is what it is. At least your family is on something important. All right, let's see. We got a lot of things going on in the world, and there is a thing that I think is a good thing, although it will be seen as a meh thing in a few days. But at least I feel it signals hope in the future. All right, and it's an odd article, but it's a good article when you go, okay, at least some in the area of Russia are being a little smart at it right now. All right. And I will say this. We all have shows that we watch, yeah? We don't know shows around the world because we're not there. But if you're Russian, you probably know this show very well. This is on Russian state TV. This is what everybody's watching in Russia. All right. Vladimir Soloviev, who usually is a huge supporter of Russia and a huge supporter of even other people that say, hey, we're always doing the right thing. During a program, he likened the invasion of what Russia is doing to Ukraine as Afghanistan, but worse. He interrupted guests on his primetime talk show on television. Again, this is Russian state-controlled TV, to stop the criticism of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Now, speaking during the broadcast, and I believe this is a live broadcast, by the way, Jesse. It's no different than, like, the Kimmel Show, right? It's seen by a lot of people. A filmmaker and state pundit said the conflict in Ukraine risked isolating Russia. Now, he said to Mr. Soloviev, I have a hard time imagining taking cities such as Kiev. I can't imagine how that would look. He went on to call for the conflict to be brought to an end, saying, if this picture starts to transform into an absolute humanitarian disaster, even our close allies like China and India will be forced to distance themselves from us. The public opinion with which they're saturating the entire world can play out badly for us, and he's not wrong. He's actually 100% right. That's how it's spelling to the rest of the world. How are you going to come back from this? The world's very obvious about this. It's not. I mean, to your own people, it might seem like a non-thing, but this is a very, very interesting kind of admission done by a person who watches world events. And it's done in a way that this was on Russian controlled TV, where they are getting a lot of news about other things. So now I'm sure Russia will say, oh, no, he's wrong, and he's no longer allowed to be on TV. He's just working for the enemy. They're going to throw that out there. But longtime supporters of this show will probably say, wait a minute, maybe there's something to look at, right? At least it causes them to pay attention, right?
Okay, I can see it. I'm surprised he's not dead yet, but yeah.
Yeah, well, they probably won't kill him because he's so popular.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
too.
he's very popular, okay? When you're on state television like this, you're basically probably more known than Carson. Does that make sense? He's older, too, so he's been around a long time.
That is true, but, oh, there you go. Accidents happen.
Man, Jesse.
I'm trying to go negative on this
I
one.
would hate if you worked for the government. Boy, oh boy. I can see you working for Homeland Security and then being the one to do us in, man.
My job is to figure out the worst case scenario and then plan for it.
You're right. You know what? I'm there with you 100%. I've had to do that. It's sad but true. Yeah. So he said a lot of things, a lot of interesting things. But again, these are the type of things you got to be aware of that's happening in Russia. So this is good news. I'm glad this kind of came out. He talks about Afghanistan a lot and how that is a situation and how Russia has been kind of a thing. And he said a lot. Let's see. On the Russian Ministry of Defense's television channel, Zvezda, a serving army officer, explained to a talk show audience how Russian soldiers were dying in Ukraine. He said, quote, our guys over there from Donetsk and Luhansk and our special operation forces are dying in our country. And interrupted the presenter, who sits up from his desk, marches around the studio shouting, no, 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 stop. And then the soldier continued, no, our youth are still dying. By this time, the presenter had come up and to him and shouted, can you stop now? I will tell you what our guys are doing there. Our guys are smashing and they said the F word, fascist snakes. It's a triumph for the Russian army. It's Russian Renaissance. Yeah, that's called you kind of ate too much of the other one's stuff known as propaganda. Now, I'm not going to lie. This guy's known for propaganda for Russia against any other country. Yeah? But he's not wrong. China right now, I'm not saying that they won't kind of back up Russia at some point. But right now, they're kind of distancing themselves. Probably in anywhere from 2 to 3 months, we'll probably see if they kind of put their hand in this to help Russia. They've always been allies of Russia, which is why I always say, don't distance China, because China is a technological marvel over there. They can do and present things in a really interesting way when it comes to missiles. They have the Sonic missile, which even the U.S. doesn't have that yet. So there's a lot of stuff happening around the world. I think for spies, it's a very big thing. So if you want to, be a spy, now would be the time to do it. If you want to go double agent, I don't know, I want to do that right now. But if you want to be a Mission Impossible guy, I would say do it on a video game, because that will keep you alive, right, Jesse? Because those guys are alive and well.
Yeah, there are no resets in life, so when you get hit by a bullet, it hurts.
Yeah, I say watch a movie like GoldenEye or James Bond, Mission Impossible, and then understand that's pretty much where we're at, except we're at war right now. So watch the movie, have fun with that, and then just enjoy it, and then walk away from it. And then, hey, if you want to have a story written, then do that. I know I'm on 2 stories right now about that as a screenplay and or a comic book. Not sure which one will get made first, but do what you do when you do, and then you'll do it fine. But do what you do for the world, and you'll be most likely neither dead or alive. You'll just be unalive. So don't do that. But there you go. Jesse, what else is going on in the world?
Okay, so I wanted to talk about this for a while, but I keep forgetting and stuff like that. So this Swedish firm has done one of the most coolest things ever. They deployed crows to pick up cigarette butts.
That is interesting.
So crows are being recruited to pick up discarded cigarette butts from the street and squares off of a Swedish city as part of a cost-cutting drive. The wild birds carry out the task as they receive a little food for every butt that they deposit in a bespoke machine designed by a startup near Stockholm. I would name the company, but I don't even recognize those letters. They are wild birds taking part on a voluntary basis. So it's pretty much, crows.
Wait, what? They're wild birds. Do they sign up voluntarily and say like, I'm ready to do this, my friends. I am voluntary. No need to feed me.
Right. So it's pretty much like this device, and these the birds. Crows are smart, so they pick up something, they drop it in there, and it gives them food.
Okay, so they are volunteers. I get that.
Yeah, so they're all like, oh, wow, I pick up something, I drop it in, I get
So they learn from each other.
Yeah, so be like, hey, Bobby, look, we can get some food if we pick up some trash. All right.
Okay, that's kind of cool. I get that.
Right?
It looks like they're smoking a joint, but whatever.
It really does. But, like, that's such a cool idea. I'm like, just imagine. Oh, my God, yeah. Just imagine, like, a bunch of what would be bad if there are no more cigarette butts and they start taking it out of people's mouths.
Oh no! Attacking the birds!
Exactly, but it's actually a pretty interesting idea. Just to have birds pick up the trash. They deposit it into something thing, and then they get food. Birds are smart.
I think it's smart of people to even think about it, right? Like, how much other trash is there that you could kind of say to a bird, hey, do this and I'll reward you with seed, or I'll reward you with food. You know what I mean?
Right? That's a great idea. Like, there was also another, what was it? Not a device, a machine that in Istanbul or somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Where you would put a piece of like plastic or something recyclable, and dog food would come out for stray dogs.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I was just like, oh, that's a great idea, because, let's be real, there are a lot of stray animals around. And
yeah, there are.
It's horrifying, because they always look like they're sick and they're hungry, and, this is a small way of giving back, especially with, trash and aluminums all on the street and stuff.
Well, I think what's interesting is, and this is what they said. This is what one of the individuals involved in this, they said they're easier to teach, and there is also a higher chance of them learning from each other. At the same time, there's a lower risk of them mistakenly eating any rubbish. So that's good, right? You're saving them in the same way. He says the estimation for the cost of picking up cigarette butts today is around, and I'm not sure what this is in U.S. dollars, 80 ori, or that's Swedish change, or more per cigarette butt. Some say 2 kronar. I'm not sure what that is. If the crows pick up cigarette butts, this would maybe be around 20 per cigarette butts. The saving for the municipality depends on how many cigarette butts the crows pick up. How much do they smoke there that they have so much cigarette butts just lying around, Jesse?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh my god, are there cigarette butts all over the city?
Yeah,
But
evidently.
Either way, it's a good idea. Even if
It
they
is.
could pick up small pieces of trash or something like that.
Yeah, right? Like, oh, you could, ooh, that's a smart way. You could clean up the beaches that way with, you just have to figure out what the seagulls like and then see if they learn from each other, right? Isn't that weird? Like, that would be an interesting project.
Yeah, I don't see it going with seagulls. Those are things that are menaces. Crows are a lot smarter than the seagulls, so.
Yeah, let's see. Thomas Thernstrom, a waste strategist at the municipality, said the potential of the pilot depended on financing. Well, finance it. I mean, it's not that hard. Says it would be interesting to see if this could work in other environments as well. Also from the perspective that we can teach crows to pick up cigarette butts, but we can't teach people not to throw them on the ground. That's an interesting thought. That's called obviousness.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like humans, like when I worked at a video store, I had a giant sign behind me that said all videos, $3.99.
Yeah.
$3.99 prices everywhere marked all around the store. People come up, how much are your video rentals? Oh my god. It's like, I want to tell them the truth. I'd be like, are you blind? Can you see the giant sign behind me? Or are you
Yeah.
just with me? And it's just like, I don't know. People are in their own world and they only focus on what they want.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But, I will say this. Look, birds have been smart for a long time, right? If you don't believe me, pigeons, right? The pigeon carrier, right, has been used in wartime and before then, medieval times, right? So pigeons are homing pigeons for a reason, and birds have a very smart mind. You just have to learn what kind of drives them and then learn how to, feed them. But crows do learn from each other. It's interesting that you just need to teach, honestly, probably about anywhere from 3 to 4, and then the other ones kind of see and they observe and they go, oh, okay, all right, got it. And they're smart enough to know one means the other. You know what I mean? One drop of that, plus recognition of a cigarette butt, what that is. So I think it's interesting. I think they could apply it to a lot of things. I think I'm always going to remember this as a possibility. And who knew crows were so awesomely amazing. All right, people, we're going to take a huge break till next Monday. Make it a great day, whatever you do. Remember, life is worth living. Live it well. And don't be a crow smoking a cigarette. Drop it in a bit so you get some food. Bye-bye, everyone. For those of you tuning in, just do a quick little shout out. Let's see. Rosalie says it only works for humans. How did they sign up? All right, there you go. Mark Blevins, Suyan, Renee, Cynthia, awesome. Everybody, appreciate you. Sometimes we sign off and we don't go anywhere with it. And I know sometimes you guys are on there and you go, wait, I want to talk about something else. So if you guys want to talk about anything else, it would be a good time to do it. I know everybody's sick of hearing the obvious. Things are happening in the world, blah, 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 blah. So I always like it whenever we kind of end with a bang when it comes to just fun news and stuff that you can use. And I think there's something about that with, birds, right? And then when you think about dogs and you think of other things, you go, what else can we do with that, right? I mean, we have the ability to do some pretty cool stuff, and to clean up trash and such. So, yeah, maybe that's the thing. Are you going to go to the movies this weekend? Are you going to see something? I know I want to see The Adam Project. That's with Ryan Reynolds. That looks good. That's on Netflix. I know Obi-Wan Kenobi is coming out soon in Disney Plus. That looks good as well. I will say ahead of this weekend, be prepared for whatever happens in. It's an ever-evolving thing, but I would say be prepared for something with, at minimum, Russia and Belarus. There's something there evolving. I don't know what it is. I did see a statement as of this day about using chemical weapons. And if the U.S. is admitting to that, then that means that's something we need to be aware of. Will they use it here? I don't believe so. Will they use it there? That's the question of the day. When chemical weapons are used, that's a bad thing, all right? Because chemical weapons have gotten worse over the years. So, be aware. Let's see. I'm trying to see some other things here. Cluster bomb attacks. Let's see. The World Health Organization advised Ukraine to destroy pathogens to prevent accidental spill. That's not good. That was just 2 hours ago. The World Health Organization said that it is urging Ukraine to now destroy their pathogen samples, because Russia's war in the country risks an accidental spill. In other words, they probably get their hands on it. They said Friday from Lviv. This is part of us providing public health advice to every country to try to ensure that there is a minimized risk of any harm to population because of any possible accidental leak of pathogens. Yikes. That's not good. So there's that potentiality. U.S. is restricting the export of luxury goods to Russia. Belarus. There it is right there. They will restrict the export of luxury goods, as well as certain Russian and Belarusian oligarchs and malign actors located. I don't know what that sentence means. So, look, is it going to get worse? It's not going to get better anytime soon. Probably the next 3 to 4 weeks, we'll probably see it get worse. And then a few months after that, we'll see it get really bad. Probably about 2 months after that, actually. And then will we ever get kind of normalcy? Probably in about 4 to 5 months. And then a spike of... So, yeah, that's the thing that I hate to say, but, at least in the meantime, have fun, right, with your families. Call your loved ones. Be aware of these things happening. Be aware that there are many people hurting. There are a lot of people suffering. There are a lot of people having problems at the end of it. I'm going to show you kind of what I'm seeing here. I don't know how to rewind it. Oh, here we go. Here it is. I'm just going to bring this up for you guys to see. Then you can see what I've been watching a lot of. This is on ABC News. Just go to abcnews.com. And this is one of the videos here. Let me see if I can bring it up here for you guys to see. Yeah, you can see that. Okay. So that is the story that you're seeing right now. And it's a sad situation. Russia's continuing shelling the city of Mariupol, besieging hundreds of thousands of civilians. This is thanks to ABC News on location, by the way. And these are people, their weekend looks like this, all right? Surviving. All right. Raiding, but you're trying to survive. So at the end of the day, you're just trying to survive. That's a hospital, by the way. That's the one that had pregnant ladies and little kids in that hospital that was bombed. All right, this is the situation. That kid, oh, God. This is the situation in Ukraine. It looks like a third world country now. And if you look at that neighborhood looks like a lot of neighborhoods in our area, even New York, but nope, not anymore. No power or water. Mayor calling it hell and Armageddon. Yeah, because that's what it is for them. That's what it is. This is what the world is hopefully all aware of. It looks like a movie, people. But it's not. And could that happen at any given time anywhere around the world? Well, that depends. But it's happening to the people of Ukraine. If you know a Ukrainian, even a Russian, you know they're more good than bad. There's one Russian lady I'm actually following on social media. She's got a great channel. But you can tell she has no, opinion on this, at least I think. But even she can't make money anymore because she's banned from YouTube. Her videos are still up, but she's a nice young girl. Or woman, I would say. A nice young woman. And they're suffering too because they can't get their money. Are they the one wanting the war? No. They think technically whatever Russia's doing, they're doing it for good. But they're being spun a different story. These are the images they need to see. These are the images that everyone needs to see. To say, yeah, this is what's causing devastation. It's Russia. If Russia just did not invade with their troops and their bombs and their missiles and trying to take over power plants and trying to take over the power of Ukraine, well, these are the people innocent. These are the kids innocent. It's called a train of hope. These are the people trying to help each other out. All very real. All very real. Poland's ministry trying to transport wounded troops from Ukraine to Polish hospitals. That's what it was originally set up for. But now it's just to help out the people. Oh, look at that beautiful face. That kid. That mom. Wondering what's going to happen next. Some are stunned. Some are paralyzed. Some are just not knowing what to do. All right? That is the situation. That is what I'm saying we have to be very, very well aware of. We have to be very well aware of where we are in the stream of time. We have to be aware that this is happening now. We have to. I know many go, I don't know what to do with that. And I would say this, be aware of it. Be aware of it. All right? Don't be in a way where it's like, oh, it's not real, or oh, it's just not going to affect me. It's going to affect all of us. It's already affecting all of us. You just haven't seen it yet in your own area. All right, people, I'm going to say make it a great day.